Bring to mind one thing in your life that you want to lehafoch, to flip, to change right now. Whether it's going from single to married, from not pregnant to pregnant, from jobless to dream job. If there's a situation you're confused about, you can ask for clarity. If someone is giving you a hard time and you want to know how to handle it, a certain argument with someone that you want resolved, you can ask for that. Or perhaps, if you can't think of one specific thing that pertains to your personal life today, bring to mind the Geulah, the salvation of all the Jewish people, and ultimately of the Shekhinah, the divine godly presence, to be released from exile so that the divine feminine can rise and all suffering in the world will end. Give yourself a minute or so to really feel your desire in your heart of hearts. Don't overthink it, just feel. Notice if Amalek, if doubt, wants to creep in and steal your desire from you. Simply notice the doubt and come back to knowing that your desire is able to manifest because it's Purim. And really feel it in your heart, because we are about to journey into Purim together. Imagine that you are getting dressed to go to the most lavish banquet, filled with the finest woods, the finest drinks, gold ornaments aligning the hall, floor-to-ceiling velvet drapes, marble floors, a glass spiral staircase with a diamond railing. This banquet is marvelous. With your eyes closed, see in your mind yourself at home, getting dressed, getting ready for this banquet as you put on your sparkly new gown or your brand new costume. You have your glam squad adding all the final touches to your hair and makeup, to your outfit. You drizzle on a spritz of your finest perfume or cologne, and you make your way out the front door to step into the most magnificent horse and carriage waiting especially for you. The horses ride into the night, and you finally arrive at the most lavish of gatherings. Why all this special treatment, you ask? Because this banquet is for you. The purpose of this whole evening is to celebrate your existence simply because you exist in the world. That is enough. Every person at the royal banquet is someone that you hold near and dear to your heart. Everyone is awaiting your arrival patiently. Your beloved family members, your closest friends, teachers, mentors, Everyone you want at this banquet is there, waiting just for you. You step out of your glamorous carriage only to be escorted by 2 guards to the entrance doors to your festival. They open the floor-to-ceiling engraved golden doors, and you are witnessing the spectacle before your eyes. Every single person that you want there is looking at you, waiting to honor your arrival. Only they are in costume, and they're not at all dressed glamourly like you are. In fact, it's hard to tell who is behind what mask. All you see is a room filled with trolls, ogres, monsters, mutants. Each person is dressed in a demonic garb, and you don't know what's going on. And they're all staring at you with big, oogly eyes and laughing. And you're very confused. And all of a sudden, you feel tricked and scared. You cry out. You say, God, God, Hashem, Hashem, I just don't get it. I thought I was coming to a royal banquet to be honored, and I'm not sure who is who and what is what, and I feel lost and alone. Keli, Keli, lama azaftani, Hashem, Hashem, why have you forsaken me? This just doesn't seem fair. You take a moment to close your eyes and you remember that it's Purim. You remember that on this day, the good is good and also the not so good is good. And even the really hard, difficult challenges are so, so good. And you reach into the deepest chamber of your heart and you remember that even in the most confusing situations, even in the most unknown circumstances, you remember this still small voice, the voice of your neshama, of your soul, and you remember that this voice has never, ever left you. And suddenly the Shekhinah, God's divine presence, returns. And you remember that behind all of these masks are the people you love most. The people who mean well and do good and love you so unconditionally. And you remember that even in your everyday life, all these people wear all these masks, all these faces, all these facades. They have all these personalities, but that's not their essence. So you remember your essence and you remember their essence. And you forget about the masks. You forget about the facade. And you begin to trust again. You trust that Hashem has had a plan for you all along. And you remember that Hashem, even in the darkest times, never leaves you. And you bring to mind the thought that you wanted to turn to good tonight because it's Purim. And the gates are open and anything, yes, anything can happen for you right now if you just believe. And in the challenge that you're currently facing in your life right now, you recognize that Hashem is simply wearing that specific challenge of yours as a mask. And he's doing it because he loves you so, so much. And he wants you to cry out, Keli, Keli, lama azaftani. Hashem, Hashem, why have you abandoned me? Because he knows that it's the only way to get your attention. And when you give your attention to God, he can create miracles for you. So the moment you turn your attention back to Hashem with all the trust and devotion in your heart, and you begin to feel the nectar of gratitude take over your entire being, and in that place of overwhelming gratitude, you can ask Hashem for anything your heart desires. And like a child who asks a parent in the sweetest, most sincere way, the parent can't help but just say, yes, yes, yes. Take this moment to reach into your heart and visualize, see, feel your life right now as though you already have that which you want Hashem to give you. Because on Purim, Hashem answers every single person's prayer. Feel that connection in your heart. Feel a sense of relaxation, knowing that your prayer is being answered. Purim Sameach and happy manifesting.